So if before this we learn about the expenses, okay, the accrued expenses, the adjusting entries and treatment for any accrued expenses and also prepaid expenses. So this time we will learn about the income. Okay, income, we have unearned income and also the accrued income. So accrued income received in advance, also known as unearned income, where is when a payment is received for services to be provided in a future accounting period, the income received in advance, so it should be credited and recognized as income and earned income. And this income received in advance should be treated as current liability. Okay. So how to record an income? Okay, we have three steps. First, we have to record the payment received as usual, debit bank or cash if we receive check, and then we have to credit the income. Okay, and then we have to record the income received in advance. We have to take out the portion in advance from the income ledger, and then we have to credit income received in advance, and we will treat it as current liability and to be transferred in statement of financial position. And then we have to recognize the income that the income earned for the accounting period for the current year, for the current month. Okay, and then transfer it as usual to the statement of profit or loss to be included under the subsection of other income. Okay, for example, in this question, ABC Trading, it rented its office, part of its office on 1st October, and the monthly rental should be 200 ringgit, and then it received in 31st October, okay, the payment for October 200 ringgit, and then in November it received 200 ringgit still for November, but then in December it received 400 ringgit, which is the rental payment for both December and January. So we have to prepare our financial statement up until December 20x2. So therefore we have a 1 month unearned rental income for January 20x3. So the total payment received for our income is 800 ringgit, 200 and 200, and then 400 is 800 ringgit, but then we have to recognize only the income for the year to 20x2, which is 600 ringgit October, November and December. So another 200 ringgit, the payment of rental for January, we should transfer it to the unearned income payment, the unearned income account, and then to be recognized as part of our unearned income current liability under the statement of financial position. Okay, we have to record it under three steps. First, we have to recognize the total of income, the total of payment received. Okay, for income, we receive the payment. What is the total? First, it pay on 31st October. Okay, recognize it. November, and then record. And then December, we receive for 400 ringgit. So we have to record debit bank and then credit rent income. Okay, so therefore, in up till December 31st, we have our total of rent income for 400, 200, and 200 ringgit, which is a total is 800 ringgit. Okay, and then we have to minus it. Okay, this one 200, 200 and 400. So the total is now 800 ringgit. But then we incur 200 ringgit for 3 months. So our total income should be 600 only, 200 per month. So we have to minus this 200 as part of rent income received in advance. Okay, or we can call it as unearned rental income. Okay, unearned rental income. Okay, mind the handwriting. And then after deducting the rent income received in advance, okay, this should go to SOFP, Statement of Financial Position under Current Liability, and only 600 ringgit that we have earned this year have to go to Statement of Profit or Loss, okay, under Other Income, which is rental income. Okay, this is the ledger, the account ledger. We recognize the payment 200, 200 and 400. All total is 800, but then we have to minus the in advance, the next year payment, and then only recognize this 600 to be recognized as our income, our rental income this year, and then to be transferred to statement of P&L, profit or loss. And then we recognize the income received in advance, 200 ringgit, to be transferred as part of our current liability in statement of financial position, and only this 600 ringgit to be recorded under profit or loss other income. So we have discussed the income received in advance or unearned income, and then how we should make the adjusting entries to not recognize the income received in advance. And for this one is accrued income. The accrued income is income earned that already earned from services that have been performed, okay, but has not yet been collected. The payment is not been paid by our client or by our customers yet. So this accrued income should be recorded in the statement of financial position under current asset. So as usual, first we have to record the cash received, okay, debit bank, credit income, if any, and then we have to record the accrued income part by debit accrued income, okay, because this is the current asset part, and then we have to credit the income, we have to recognize the income although we doesn't receive any payment yet, and then we have to uh, transfer the account to statement of profit or loss. Okay, the total income that should be earned for this year. Okay, the same example as if the rental payment received in advance, but for this one is XYZ Trading rented its office. Okay, you should get the payment. Okay, the payment, for example here for October payment should be received in October. Okay, then it did receive on 31st October. Okay, and then for November it did receive on the 30th November, but then for December it received on 10th January 20x3. So it should be received on 31st December 20x2, but the client doesn't pay until 10 January 20x3. Okay, so the total payment received is only 600, but then we have to recognize our income up till 900. Okay, we have to recognize our income for October, November and December for this year. So the payment received, as usual, debit cash and credit income, but then we have to recognize the accrued income. Okay, debit accrued income and then credit rental income, and then transfer the total and rental income to statement of profit or loss. That's it. It's just a simple adjusting entry. Okay, this is the illustration as mentioned. First, you have to record whatever payment that you receive. Okay, debit bank and then credit and income. Okay, up till 2 months. Okay, and then the January part we doesn't record because it doesn't incur yet. We just recorded up until December 31st. Okay, and then we have to recognize the accrued rental income. Okay, this one, and rent income for December. So the total rental rental income is 900 ringgit should be transferred to statement of profit or loss and under rental income as part of our other income. And then this accrued rental part, accrued rental income. Okay, I prefer you to write it down as accrued rental income instead of just accrued rent, because we want to recognize whether it is accrued rental income or accrued rental expenses. So better to write it down as accrued rental income, otherwise you will confuse yourself. Okay, so from the journal entry, we transferred it to our T ledgers account. Okay, record the payment received. Okay, and then recognize whatever that doesn't, whatever income that the client doesn't pay us yet, as accrued rental income. Okay, and then transfer all the total of rental income that should be earned for this year to statement of profit or loss and under other income. And then for the accrued rental income that we should get, we have to recognize it as current asset under statement of financial position. So that's all for this week. Okay, for this week we learn about the adjusting entries for expenses and income. Okay, after we close off our account, we prepare the trial balance, and then we prepare our financial statement. To prepare our financial statement, the statement of profit or loss, and statement of financial position. But before we prepare the statement, we have to adjust any transaction that incur any of these four type of transaction. Okay, prepaid expenses or accrual expenses, and then we have to adjust for unearned income and then accrual income. Okay, we have to take a look at our transaction first. If these four incurred, if yes, then we have to make proper adjusting entries. Then we prepare our financial statement. Okay, that's all. Okay, you can try to do the exercise that I will give you later. Thank you.